Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Instead of reading your scary stories, I'm actually gonna read a story that I wrote myself. It's about a girl who finds a hidden door in her new house. If you like this kind of story, let me know, and maybe I'll do more in the future. With that said, let's jump right into it. It started 3 weeks after Mia moved into the old countryside house. She had bought it cheap, too cheap. And her friends had all said the same thing. Houses that cheap always have a story. At first, it was just small things, floorboards creaking at night, drafts that made the curtains sway when the windows were shut. But then, the door in the upstairs hallway began to open on its own. It wasn't the front door or the bathroom door. It was the door at the end of the hallway, the one she didn't remember opening, the one she didn't even remember unlocking. The first time it happened, Mia was in bed, scrolling through her phone. Somewhere down the hallway, she heard it. Creak, cling! She froze, staring at the bedroom door. The sound was faint, but clear, the sound of an old latch turning, slow and deliberate. She grabbed the flashlight from her nightstand and stepped into the hallway. At the far end, the door was wide open. Cold air seeped out from the darkness inside. She peeked in. It was just a small storage room, dusty shelves, a single chair in the corner, nothing else. Mia shut it firmly, locked it, and went back to bed. The next night, the same thing happened. The door was open again. This time, Mia was sure she had locked it. She tested the handle, still locked from her side. Yet somehow, it had opened. She didn't tell anyone. She didn't want to sound paranoid, but by the third night, when she woke to find the door standing wide, she noticed something new. The chair inside had moved. It now faced the doorway. Days passed, and each night the door opened on its own. Sometimes at midnight, sometimes just before dawn. And each time, the chair inside was in a slightly different position, always facing toward where she would be standing. One night, she set up her phone to record the hallway. When she reviewed the footage the next morning, she saw it. At exactly 3:14 a.m., the door handle began to turn. Slowly, it opened wide. And then, nothing. No one came out. But for the next 4 hours, the camera's microphone picked up breathing. Long! Slow, inhuman breathing. By the end of the week, Mia couldn't sleep. She started locking her bedroom door, keeping the hallway light on. Then, one night, she woke to the sound of footsteps. Not in the hallway, but inside her room. Her eyes darted to the door. It was still locked. But from the darkness at the foot of her bed, creak! The sound of a hinge moving. She slowly turned her head. A door was opening, only it wasn't the one to her bedroom. It was another door, a narrow, rotting one she had never seen before, forming in the wall itself. From inside, a pale hand reached out. It pressed against the floor, and something began to crawl through. Mia screamed and bolted from bed, fumbling at the lock. Behind her, something moved in short, jerky motions. Its fingers were too long, its joints bending the wrong way. She ran for the stairs, but halfway down, she heard it again. Creaky. The front door of the house was opening by itself. And outside, it was pitch black, darker than any night she'd ever seen. No moon, no stars, just a void. She didn't escape that night, because there was nowhere to escape to. The next morning, she woke in her bed, shaking, convinced it had been a dream. But the hallway door, the one at the end, was open again. Inside, the chair faced her, and on it sat a single Objecta brass key. When she picked it up, she saw words etched into the metal. "You opened it? Now it will always open for you." It's been 3 days since then. Mia hasn't left the house. Every time she tries, the front door just opens back into the same hallway. The same door at the end. And now, at night, she doesn't just hear it opening. She hears something walking through it. Slowly, closer. She's not sure how much longer she can stay awake. because last night she heard it stop right outside her bedroom door. And then it knocked. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed my little story. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it, if you want to hear more, if you want me to try writing another one. Also, thank you to our Discord boosters. Thank you so much for boosting the server. And a special thank you to our members. Thank you guys so much for supporting. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the description. And with that said, I'll see you next time.